Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Colts and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from it. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Play action. Now Richardson. Rush gets home, down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. The Colts send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It's taken to the 26. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their young quarterback, the rookie, out of Oklahoma.
And now it gets real because as a rookie quarterback, all those accolades and great performances in the regular season, they essentially go right out the window. They get erased, and you have to start over. Played extremely well to get the team the #1 seed and the first-round bye. But this is where he proves himself as a quarterback in the NFL. In the playoffs, and can he win games?
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Mitchell got a man. It's Patterson complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Mitchell operating from the gun. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, they're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Sutton. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Sutton. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back to throw. Mitchell. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass, this young quarter. That his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Richardson looking to throw this. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Little. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. On 3rd down, Cooper. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Mitchell. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle they go. Sutton. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Richardson out of the shotgun. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now it's Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. Now a give right side. It's Little. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a first down. Richardson. Incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Anthony Richardson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And Richardson back to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. On 1st down, it's Sutton. And ultimately this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sutton. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 touchdowns for him already in this 1st half. This one good for a 1st down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now a handoff up the middle. Sutton. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Mitchell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Richardson. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. Stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment. No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Back to the air with Richardson. No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. Trevor Lawrence, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up from the 48-yard line. Here's second and a couple. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we're at the 41, second and 9. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. They'll let this go for the end zone. This is intercepted.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Up the middle they go. It's Little. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll keep it on the ground. Little. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 26. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Off play action. Richardson. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Back to throw. Mitchell. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. 2nd down and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cooper. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Man, over the middle, complete. That's Cooper. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. From the gun on 3rd down. Man, that is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll try again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the number 1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the number 1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Murphy running straight ahead. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Murphy again. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
I certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
We're just shy of midfield here. At 8. Looking to throw. Man, looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
On third down, Cooper. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Man, throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. And he will find his man on the outside.
I love how all of a sudden their backup quarterback's playing flawless. They're picking up every blitz. I love it. I think it's great. I think this is awesome.
Catch, first down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that and he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Miami set to take over. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Looking to throw. Mitchell. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.